Hey guys, it's Danny Go here. Hope you're all doing well. So, doing the Bronze Mayhem, did some Monria dailies yesterday, team hunting, a lot of things. I guess, well, maybe I'll start at Mayhem just real quick. I could maybe do DSEC stuff, but I don't really know, not really super familiar with what's there. Kind of done a little, started to do a little bit there, but just stick with something that I'm kind of aware of. Maybe I'll just throw on some armor, be a little more relaxed. So I kind of just threw all the numbers together before, just because I'm just trying to be a little more chill. I also have to do my taxes this weekend. It's lovely. I have no idea. It's like I've um, never really done investment write-offs, but definitely going to be doing that this year. I kind of got caught in some bad positions, and I fixed it all, so I'm definitely in a lot better place now. But it's going to be an ugly and confusing tax return, although it probably is a refund for me. Well, it's most certainly a refund. Um, yeah, I don't want that to happen again. But yeah, it won't because I got everything in good places now. Anyway, yeah, not looking forward to that. But anyway, go to the results. All right, score line. So we had we've been mostly in the 7,000 range for a while. We were kind of bumping up against 8,000. We got down to 6,000. It kept reversing early in the week to 6,500, and then kind of reversed back to 7,000. Again, my sort of theory is that I'm basically kind of like there's sort of a minimum, and I'm just scraping along the minimum. Mainly, I didn't. This didn't used to happen, but there didn't used to be all these twin weapons in there. So I think the twin weapons, basically, I think that you know the game it gives out to people sort of like a minimum. Is my theory. But and then the rest is kind of competing. But you're not doing very well. It kind of pays you out the minimum. So I'm kind of always at the minimum now. What I think, because I don't have a twin weapon. You see, I had a lot of variance in my game. Sometimes positive. I mean, very rarely positive, but mostly negative. But I mean, it would kind of go, like okay, 4,000 down. I'm only 500 down, 1,000 down. Oh, I got a little positive there. That it was that sort of trend, and then, you know, um, you know, once the massive amount of twin weapons, I think the early amount of twin weapons wasn't enough to really, but now that there are so many twin weapons out there, I just kind of like quickly, bump down to the minimum, and now I'm just like at the minimum always, which is okay because I think that my minimum is also based on my looter. So as my looter improves, my minimum will improve. So I'm hoping that this score line can be slowly pushed back into the positive, but it's going to be a while. But you can see there's just unbelievably little variance now in my score line. I mean, once I bottomed at this, um, it's about at 2,000. Not even 2,000 ped range. My range is about maybe 1,400 pets. And that's kind of probably between the absolute bottom and what's not like like the absolute bottom. The game just freaks out and gives me a few globals. And then I get up a little bit, and then it's like, and it's just a mess. But it's kind of, and I would say it's not very enjoyable. Well, I mean, it's enjoyable. I'm having fun, but it's not, when you're stuck in this range of 1,400 pets, it's not super exciting. But I have fun. I have fun, so I don't want to get me wrong on that. But needless to say, that kind of came back to my strategy. This is Twin, or well, end of Twin, but I don't even know why I said Twin, but Mayhem. So I kind of did a big, I mean, obviously that was a big crafting thing. This was just an all-out push on cycle. Really just pumping the skills. I'm like, this week, next week, maybe the week after. I don't know, just how I feel too. You know, obviously how I feel. I feel, good right now. But I'm still kind of, a little bit, recovering from everything. But I feel good. So, but I don't want to. I want to take it easy too. So I don't want to push. But definitely, it was like a big push on cycle. So over 1,000 skills. Ideally, I would like this week to be over 1,000 skills. Maybe even next week if I could do 3 weeks in a row over 1,000 skills. Kind of my big hope is that I keep pushing the skills. That's gonna help. My score line a little bit. And as I was pushing the skills, I felt like in a way it was sort of working for a little bit. But then it kind of just like petered out. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, have fun. A little more fun if I could get into, some better return range, but it's okay. So yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. What was that for the week? Like 250 down, but it's not even that quite that bad because I do have a lot of extra MU I have to sell. I don't think it's 250 peds, but I would not be surprised if I recover like 150 peds from that MU. So, I mean, maybe it's only realistically, factoring out the MU, maybe only 100 ped loss. I mean, I probably did I get misplay? No, I think that was the prior week. I don't think I got anything on my well, I did get a little bit into Ludius that I haven't claimed. I should have some ped from Crazy Burn. Let's go back to that thing real quick. Open my boxes. Oh, and just like, yeah, if you like these videos, just follow my channel if you haven't already. Maybe like the video, maybe leave a comment. It just helps raise visibility. And then also, yeah, I'll have those ped links. Earn you a little bit of ped, and also it gives me a little bit of referral ped. Doesn't like cut into what you get, but let me just quickly open my boxes. Maybe not the most entertaining, but I'll do it. Oh, I just did 1,000. Oh, I did all of them. How many did I open? I guess I opened a lot. Well, I got 13.91 ped. I got U3 peds. I guess that wasn't great or bad, but did not intend to open all of them. But maybe I'll just do that in the future because that was fast. Um, Back to Mayhem. Oh, yeah, just being kind of pretty chill right now. So I think I leveled up a bunch of things, but I don't think it was anything important. Animal looter is up a decent amount. It's up to 53.1. Obviously this is a robot event. I'm not sure how much robot looter I've gotten. I feel like I've gotten a lot, but probably not. Maybe a level of robot looter. But I feel like I'm making, progress, so anytime you're making progress, I guess that's good. It's just it's just I cannot get a Hoff for the life of me. It's been, I think, in the past say almost 18 months I've got one Hoff. Maybe that's not true, but I've got one. Yeah, I think it's been one Hoff in the past 18 months. It's been a little dismal on that, but it's what it is. I mean, my returns haven't been, well, when you consider my stream having about, over 6,000 pets in profit, yeah, it's been pretty dismal. Not gonna lie, but it's okay. My score line is still holding pretty strong, only down 7,000 pets. I definitely feel like I've bottomed out, so hopefully we can get something going here. Maybe at some point I'll move more back to small mobs and stuff, but I just figured, hey, may as well just try to do a major skill push. See if I can, mm, if pumping the skills up a little bit, just kind of going all out, you know, could make a difference. Because I've seen, there's a guy in my society, he was up 2,000 peds one day, and the next day he was up 2,000 peds, and then he got a 4,000 ped off, so he had like an 8,000 ped reversal in Mayhem in 2 days. I'm sure he had bled quite a lot of ped, so I don't know how far he was down or whatnot, but it's just like that's the sort of thing I'm kind of hoping for. I mean, maybe not to that extreme. I would be happy even smaller reversal, but kind of feel like I kind of do. But we'll see what happens. It doesn't really make a difference. Just keep going, see what happens here. But I've been progressing pretty good on the points for this mayhem. Like I feel like some mayhems have really dragged. I got a 2,500 point and I've got a bunch of 250 points, so it's definitely moving along. I mean, I guess I got to go to 10,000 for the bunny, but yeah, 10,000 for the bunny is okay. It's moving pretty well. I would just love a rare token that would just be like wild. I'm not gonna lie, the 50-55 meter auto loot would, if I got one of those, that would make me very happy. But yeah, kind of continuing that trend of, not seeing a lot of good hits in here. I'm probably still moving downward, guessing. I'll probably keep falling for a bit. Probably it'll be the same thing. Fall to, mid bottom 7,000s, then reverse up. That's what I figure. I feel like I'm kind of this little sine wave, you know, and it's just like very tight range. But on the other hand, you know, I'm really just kind of hoping that I can pump a few of these skills. It'll be enough to start to move me out of that range. I mean, what would the key skills that could maybe make a difference? I mean, I don't know. Hunting is just I've done so much of it. I feel like if I move some tree cutting skills, there are some tree cutting skills that maybe could help. You know, if I got that genetics up, because I've done so much zoology, genetics, computer. Well, computer is more, but I feel like these skills in here could maybe make a real big difference, or maybe some of the mining skills. Again, because I think the critical level is 2000 is what I think. And my mineral sense is almost 1600. And I notice mining. I'm definitely feeling a lot of more good movement on mining. I'm not like just like usually it was before it was like mining was just like I'm just shredding peds and then you move over to hunting and you're gaining back peds. Whereas now a little more like I'm kind of like losing pets mining, but not a lot. And but then on the other hand, I'm not like gaining a huge amount of pets back mining or hunting. I'm not losing so much mining, but I'm more hoping that as I continue mining, um, everything will start moving in the right direction, you know? Because I feel like I'm pretty far down, you know? But we'll see. All right, that's a nice one. 30 pets. I was really surprised how many people were on Ark. It was really busy when I was there. Next Island was kind of a little bit dead, but I mean, yeah, I get it, you know? I mean, if there aren't updates and stuff, but I was really surprised how many people were on Ark. Very busy. The one thing, yeah, I did have a nice treasure hunting time. I mean, I got like a big global, not big, but I mean, it was over 100 pets treasure hunting. So I did enjoy that. Maybe I should try to do more Ark for more treasure hunting. That was kind of fun. Oh yeah, I did do some, definitely did a little bit of Mind Force, you know, kind of try to work on some of those skills as well. But mostly guns of various sorts. I have a bit of vacation coming up next week, so I have to try to figure out something to do. I wonder what sort of weapons. I mean, I guess I could consider, upgrading weapons, see if that made a difference. More high efficiency weapons. But I mean, what I feel is that like you've got a range. Um, I mean, how much is it worth spending a lot to be at the top of your range rather than the bottom of your range? I don't know. Or maybe there is no range. Maybe it's just a forced minimum, and then there is no maximum. I don't know. In that case, maybe it is worth it. But I don't know. They're very expensive, high efficiency weapons. Yeah, at least I'm doing okay here. The numbers I've seen, they're not, yeah, not super, but they're not like I'm not losing ped or anything. I feel like mayhem, like you start to go a little bit crazy. Like it's like it's like this idea of like, oh, like let's just sit in a box and just stand here and just shoot mobs for, weeks, you know? It's kind of a mad idea. This is like why did I sign up for this? I mean, obviously I don't do that many hours because I'm doing like the bronze, but if I guess I had higher DPS, but I mean, it's still, I think a lot of people just live here. Like, why do we do this to ourselves? It's like, this is a great idea. I'm gonna stand in a small area and just shoot spiders for 10 hours a day. Robot spiders. Happy holidays. I don't know. There might be something wrong with us. Or maybe I don't speak for anyone else. There might be something wrong with me. You all could judge for yourselves of how you're doing, but this is a little bit. Why am I here? I don't know. This is bananas. Why do we do this to ourselves? I don't know. I don't know. At least you could say like when you're playing like on a lot of planets, there's nice scenery. You're running around. You're pretending like you're doing something important. Here, you're just like I'm in a box and I'm just shooting mobs over and over and over again. And they're ugly mobs, and the box is dreary. Oh boy. Guess that's why we need to have like some TV going or something off to the side, for self-entertained. And that's maybe what EU is something to do when TV's not enough, right? I'm kind of looking forward to migration. I like the long tooths, and I wanna get I want to do some Emon. Um, so that's something I'm definitely for sure looking forward to. Mayhem, it was kind of like I almost was like, am I gonna do this? I don't know. And I saw they had the bunny. I don't know if anyone's still buying the bunnies, but once I saw they had the bunny at the end, I'm like, okay, I'll do this. Just the little one, but I wonder what the bunny's worth. I don't know. But I sold my bunny from last year anyway. I mean, not that I'm convinced that to, I would want to train a bunny because I'm absolutely not sure at all that I would have any interest in training a bunny. But on the other hand, at least nice that um I have it in case I want it. Yeah, I don't see anyone advertising wanting a bunny, but yeah, I may as well go out and get it. We're well over halfway, right? Yeah, I'm definitely getting some good skills, like in salvaging. It's like, oftenly on that .6 range, so, I get twice, it's over a skill. I mean, I guess that means I haven't done a lot of robots, so. But that looter's definitely developing pretty quickly, I think. Getting close to another meta, too. Some rank 319, I don't know. I don't know if that's good or not. Yeah, for early on, I wasn't real big into like working on the meta. I mostly kind of, like I've got a lot of mobs that kind of, that high star level, but a lot I haven't worked on sort of at all. So I didn't really put, like a lot of these, like for example, like Jam Raider, that's probably not a very hard mob. Um, Mercilix, probably not a very hard mob either. Clipsicod, I mean, you just can't, it's hard to find, but a lot of these, like, some of them are hard, but so a lot of them aren't actually, like minor bots shouldn't be very hard, you know? It's like I should just go out and really just pump a lot of these, you know? Derpy is probably like super easy. Trilomite is probably easy. Yeah, I mean, there's so many of these that are so low and so easy. You know, I should really. I think it's something I really need to just kind of dig down, focus on. Well, I get conflicting things. You know, there's part of me that wants to focus on meta, and I hear a lot of people they advise focusing on meta. And I think there's some wisdom to that. But then a lot of people are like, no, just focus on the MU, and there's some wisdom to that too. You know, like, I mean, I think there are pros and cons to everything, unfortunately, and it's kind of just finding a balance. So I should probably do, a little bit of easy meta that's just cheap, but more focus on MU overall. It's probably a good balance. But I mean, especially like those really small mobs, because, those really small mobs is just like free meta, that I'm leaving on the table almost, because like, you know, it costs almost nothing to pop those ones. But yeah, the bigger ones I should probably not worry about, unless they have good MU. But yeah, it's just balance. Yeah, my DPS here isn't like super high, so I don't really get to the boss in a timely manner or whatnot, but I don't really entirely care. I mean, it would be nice, but it's I'm not in a rush or anything because I'm not really putting in that many hours in this, to be honest. Yeah, I've gotten over the years, I got hoffs on many things, but never mayhem. But on the other hand, I've not really been huffing at all lately, so kind of a thing. I feel like a lot of players, and I kind of expected this, because, I don't really expect my experience to be a whole lot different than other players. I do notice a lot of players, they do get bogged down in this range. What I think it is that your skill gain has slowed to a huge degree. So your skill gain has sort of stopped, but your cycle just keeps increasing. So, it's kind of your skills per your cycle. I think your skills just become sort of your skill gain isn't keeping up with your cycle. So your cycle is too big compared to your skills to compare well against small players, but your cycle per your skill is, very bad, but then your total skills just aren't very high compared to the top players. So I think, this kind of this mid range, not, watching streams and comments of people, it's really kind of players that, once you get in, you've been playing a long time, you start to you'll be hitting those 70 levels, 70, 80 levels. That's where people really start to struggle in the game. So, I sort of knew, coming in that, I didn't really expect that my experience would be different than other people's. But yeah, it gets pretty in the 70s and 80s. I think it's pretty ugly. I think that, from what from what I hear is that, or I think, comments. I think once I hit that 60 animal looter unlock, it'll start to open up again. But yeah, it's kind of like the dog days of EU is when your when your professions are in the 70s and 80s. I mean, I'm not that. Um, I'm 76. Yeah, I mean, but definitely I've put all my eggs in the animal looter. So I guess when I'm in the 80s, I'll probably pop at some point to 60. But I haven't really done a lot into the defense areas as much. Although my defense is pretty decent and whatnot. But I've really put a heavy focus on the looter just to sort of move out of this zone as fast as possible. Although I've always done that. I've always kind of figured you can only go as far as your turns take you. So, what's my defense at? 44. I mean, obviously that's 55. That's a pretty big unlock. I mean, that would be a lot easier to get than animal looter because you can codex almost everything. But on the other hand, just going for the animal looter at this point, and then once the animal looter is there, you move over to focusing all on defense. I wish I could get one of those rare tokens. That would be that would be exciting. I mean, exciting and then concerning. Because then it's like, what have I committed to? But on the other hand, I think it'd be more exciting than. I mean, especially like if there were maybe say um, amps for what do you call it? Ooh, 1.77 salvaging skills. That's quite a lot. Um, amps for Mind Force. If I get one of those big ones, I know one of my friends, he had a rare token. He got one of those. Um, I don't think they might be all sold out, but who knows? I mean, something like that could be pretty wild. Because I would really love like to get a pretty nice Mind Force and just move over to Mind Force. Almost entirely for a while. But obviously, without a good setup, it's just not worth it. I'm still plugging away at it a little bit, but I'm not like serious about it. But if I got like a rare token and something like that, I could really just be like a nice thing. Hmm. Hey, we're starting to hit here. I'm liking this momentum that we're getting here. I mean, nothing big, but a few nice little pops in a row. So hopefully I can build on this. My little Atlas Earth app is going pretty good. I did like a sort of calculation with a website of how many payouts I would get per year, and it basically comes down to at this point I would get, and these would only be like $5 payouts, so 50 pets to put in the game, but I could basically get with what I have payouts 11 out of 12 months a year, so it'd only be 1 month a year I wouldn't get a payout. But on the other hand, I only have, how many do I have? I think I have 41 properties. And you don't like uh, up to 150 properties. When you boost, you get times 30 the rents. Rent it's just boosting is just watching an ad. So I still have a huge way to go, but yeah, I mean, I'm so probably within a week or two, my sort of average, if I didn't even get more properties, would be um, you know, 50 pets a month. So that's like super good. But I've still got, a long way to go. I mean to max that, because I got 41 properties. That means I got like 109 I can get. So I'm pretty excited for it. Continue to just really work that. That's my big thing for this year, is just maxing Atlas Earth. My goal is to get 3 new properties, a lands or whatever, three to 4 a week. So by the end of the year, I'd have it maxed at 150. I mean, you can get more, but it starts to get like super diminishing returns. Then you kind of have to, because you lose a tier. So like my boost would go from times 30 down to times 20. So you pretty much have to, and then at that point you have to kind of buy in bulk so you get to the top of the next year. There are other things I can do, like get more badges and stuff, and that would add like 5% if I got 9 more badges. But it's a lot of work. I mean, I would do it, but it's like, I can basically assume that once I hit that 150 parcels, I guess they call them parcels, not lands, but parcels. Um, but once I hit that 150 parcels, that's kind of like 90% of what I'm probably gonna get. There's definitely some minimaxing. But I mean, at that point, you can kind of chill back, if you want for a while, because you got 90% of the benefit. I mean, not that I would be like all like, oh, I'm done. I mean, because obviously you have to boost every day, but that's not that hard. You could probably just log in like 4 times and get all your boosts. And then do nothing else. So it'd be almost no work. But I'd probably want to do a little bit more, because I'd probably want to push for those badges at 5%. But I mean, the other hand, it's like nice. It's like if I want to take time off from it, I can. Whereas now it's like, well, it's quite a lot currently still. It's a big grind. So, but I mean, it's nice because it's quite a lot actually. You know, um, you know, it's pretty exciting. Basically, I'm already at almost basically already at, well, pretty much I'm basically at 50 pets a month every month. I mean, yeah, I'm a little short, but within like a week or two, probably within a week almost, I'll be at an average of literally 50 pets every single month. And then it's going to start increasing. Basically, the sort of final build would be about 150 pets a month. Probably a little bit more, but my unfortunately in my parcels, I haven't got a lot of rare ones. So it's looking more like it may be, not much over 150 pets a month, but you know. Wow, we actually got through to the boss. That's wild. Oh, it's not bad time, actually, 45 minutes-ish. And I probably didn't start instantly, so probably if I was really grinding, it'd be like, 40 minutes or maybe even less. But hey, that's pretty nice. I'll probably call it a video here. I definitely appreciate you guys showing up and everything and all the support, and hope you guys are doing great in game, and until next time, okay guys? Have a great one.